Hey stylish squad, welcome back to Stylish Morning. Ever dreamed of crafting a chic Asoke Bubu with that trendy cold shoulder vibe? Today I'll show you how. It's super easy and fun to make, so let's dive in. So here on my work table, I already have my Asoke and I also have my plain fabric, which is about 3 yards. Okay, so I have crepe here and my Asoke. My Asoke is like 2 pieces cut together. And for my plain fabric, I already went ahead to fold it just like this into 4. So I'm going to be cutting from this side. Okay, I have a double fold from this side. I'm going to be taking my measurement from this part. So the Asoke I'm going to use does not have a front and the back, so I can afford to use either side of it for this tutorial. I'm going to set it aside and then we'll get to draft. The first thing I'm going to do is to take a measurement for the shoulder line. Okay, I'm going to be trimming out the rough edges on that part as well. So I'll go ahead and take a straight line from this part. To get the amount of fold you need for this dress, you're going to be measuring your hip circumference divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches. So after making that fold, that is when you start to draft. So placing my tape rule like this on the middle part of the dress, I went ahead to start marking the back neckline first of all. So I'm marking a neck depth of 1 inch and 3 inches for the width. Then I went in with my curve ruler to connect them like this. After I was done, the next thing I did was just to measure my front neckline on that same spot. So I went down by 7 inches for the depth and then also 3 inches for the width. And I'm just going to connect them like this with a ruler. So this is what I had. The next thing I'm going to do now is just to go ahead and separate the front from the back and then trim out the neckline for each one respectively. So the next thing I did was to come down here at the end of the fold like this. I'm going to mark 1 inch there and then connect it for a slope, for a shoulder slope. And then to get my shoulder slope, I'll go ahead and mark my half of my shoulder measurement like this, and from there I'm going to determine what I have left for the length of my sleeve. So the sleeve is like joined together from this part. There's no need like marking any shoulder. I'll just go ahead and just check what I have here, and altogether I have 16 inches in total. So as you can guess, the next thing I did was just to mark the shoulder slope with a ruler to bring out the line. So that is what we have now for the dress. After doing that, you can go ahead and just mark your chest line, but it's not necessary because this is an open sleeve bubu. Okay, it's a butterfly bubu, and it's not like we are going to trim out the sides. At the end of the day, we're just going to be splitting the sides open and then we fold and stitch. I'll just go ahead and trim out the sides I need to trim and then split the sides open. Okay, so this means that this is going to be the inner seam of the dress and then the other side is the outer seam. Removing the back piece from the front, I'm going to pin them separately and then iron the middle to get a midpoint. Okay, so that way we can know where to place our Asoke. So like I stated initially, my Asoke is just 2 pieces cut together. Initially I wanted to cut out 1 piece, but I saw that it's not going to be long enough. But this 2 pieces is perfect for both sides of the Asoke dress, bubu dress. And I'm just going to align 1 piece for each side of it. Okay, so the back is going to be having 1 piece while the front is going to have 1 piece. So I'm going to place them this way on the side of the dress, okay, on the midpoint, okay, and then pin them in place with my pins. So go ahead and place your Asoke like this to the middle of the dress, okay, the middle where you have a fold, and then pin them in place. After doing that, go ahead and cut out the neckline. So as you can see, I'm cutting out the neckline for the back. I'm going to repeat the same thing for that of the front. So this is what I had after I was done cutting. You can see that everything is coming out so perfectly. And then at the lower part, go ahead and trim out the excess that you have around there. So basically, when we open this dress in full view, we are going to be having our Asoke sitting on one side of the shoulder because we like assigned each one to stay on the middle because of the way we placed them on one side of the fold. So I'll go ahead and also pin that of the front piece and then trim out the neckline as well. So after I was done trimming out the front of the neckline, this is how it looks like. Now I'm just going to cut out facing for each of this neckline. So for the back, we're going to be having a rounded facing, and for the front, obviously, we're going to be having a V-shaped facing. So I'm going to join these 2 pieces together and then stitch the sides to close the rough edges, and also do the same thing for the back. So the back is like rounded, as you can see. After cutting it out, this is what it looks like. I'll go ahead and just like hem it and then stitch it on the neckline. So before stitching it on the neckline, I will go ahead and explain this. So take note and observe. The Asoke is sitting on one side of the bubu, as you can see. So don't go ahead and misunderstand and misalign it. The Asoke is now placed on the right side of my bubu dress. Okay, so the right side of my bubu dress facing up, and then the Asoke is placed directly on top. So it's left for you to choose which side you want to use for your design. So go ahead and either choose either left or right. So do not go ahead and misalign it and then get confused, because this can be a little bit confusing. So all you need to do now is just take note of where you're cutting from, and then just pin down everything together and make sure that everything is aligned. So if you notice, you can see that my Asoke design, the patterns are also running on both sides. Like the patterns on one side is also aligning with the patterns on the other side. Okay, the colors on each pattern are meeting each other. So I'll go ahead now and then pin everything from the top to the bottom and then run a stitch. I'm going to be using a black thread to top stitch this. So go ahead and use a corresponding thread if your colors are quite dark on the edges. And after top stitching the two pieces of Asoke on both sides of the dress, I will go ahead and stitch the shoulders. So right now I've attached my facing and I'm just ironing it into the neckline to get a very neat finishing before proceeding to join the shoulders of the bubu. So guys, this is what it looks like after I was done pressing and joining the shoulders. And right now, as you can see, the lines on the Asoke is running into each other, and also I've attached my facing and then the neckline is completed. The next thing I'm going to do now is to take my measurements starting from the middle of the dress, okay, the midpoint, which is the center. I'm going to take the measurement where I want to insert my cold shoulder. Okay, also in regards to the shaping of this dress, for you to get the measurements you need for this dress, go ahead and measure the circumference of your bust divided by 4 and then add extra 2 inches for ease. And then to get your armhole, from that point we are going to mark your body measurement. We're going to measure 8 inches from the armhole, okay, and then we can start from that point to stitch all the way down to the length of the dress. So guys, while you're taking your body measurements on this dress, ensure that you have hemmed the sides of this dress, okay, because it's a butterfly bubu. Ensure that you have gone ahead to double fold the sides and stitch them all the way down to the length of the dress. Now heading back to the cold shoulder, go ahead and measure 5 inches from the shoulder line like this, right after where the Asoke stopped. So measure your 5 inches like this and then come outwards like this by 1.5 inch. You can do 2 inches if you want. So go ahead and just mark your chalk line this way and then use a straight ruler or any available ruler you have to connect it in a diagonal way like this. So once you are done, all you have to do is just to carefully cut it out with your scissors. Okay guys, I'm really sorry about this because the camera really trimmed out this particular side of the clip. I wasn't really paying attention to the angle, but I'm sure you can understand what I'm doing. So I went ahead to place all the facing and then pin them together and then added my hemming gum after stitching them together. So this is what it looks like after I was done. And I also did the same thing for the neckline, if you can remember. So this is what the facing looks like. I'm going to hand stitch it and make everything look in place, because the hemming gum alone is going to like remove after some time, after washing like once or twice. So just go ahead and hand stitch it, do the invisible stitching there. If you have been watching this tutorial so far, thank you so much for sticking with me to this extent, because the only thing left is to shape this dress. Now go ahead and divide the bust circumference by 4 and then add extra 2 inches here after measuring. Now all you need to do is just to determine where the armhole runs. Okay, the both sides should meet like this, okay, and then stitch all the way down to the length of the dress. Do the same thing on both sides of the dress, okay. And as you're stitching, you want to have your pins in place before stitching and closing up everything. So don't forget to leave some space downwards before the hemline. You might want to leave from 10 to 12 inches opening for easy mobility of your legs, okay. So go ahead and hem the lower part, but as for me, I'm going to leave it this way. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on my next video.